Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Bayern Munich versus Stuttgart this afternoon in the Bundesliga, and of course this is a big game. Bayern Munich need to win to of course get the gap bigger to 4 points over RB Leipzig, as Leipzig won 1-0 away from home last night against Bielefeld. So it was Sabitzer who scored in the second half on the 46th minute. It was the only goal that separated the two sides, but it is a big win for Nagelsmann and his men. And of course, Sebastian True is with me, and I'm going to just add him in now. So just give me a moment. We can hear him, but he's not on the screen.
Oh, you could hear me. I muted my mic, and yet you still heard me, which is weird.
I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Let me crop you in. There we go. There he is. He's in now, ladies. You're in for a treat. There we go. So, Sebastian True's eating some crackers. He hasn't had his lunch yet, so he will be with us for sure in just a bit. You know you're doing alright when you're having crackers for lunch. I do like crackers.
The dream. It's the dream.
It is the dream. It is the dream. So,
ask Wallace and Gromit.
Absolutely. So if we go on to our stats page, these are the fixtures that are happening today. And again, I've forgot to put Seb in on that one, so this is me not being prepped. Let me just copy him in.
No. In all fairness, I gave you little time to do so, you know.
There he is. Type of this, folks. He'll be right there.
It's written Seb. Terrific.
And oh no, where are you? There we go. Perfect. So there we are. So there's our fixtures that are happening today. So of course, as you can see, Arminia Bielefeld 0, RB Leipzig 1 from yesterday. Werder Bremen versus Wolfsburg in just a moment, and the same for FC Cologne at home to Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich and Stuttgart, our featured game today. Eintracht Frankfurt up against Union Berlin. And then there's the evening kickoff of Schalke versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. And then you've got the games tomorrow. Triple header, Hoffenheim versus Mainz. Hertha Berlin versus Leverkusen. Freiburg against Augsburg. And those are your games for this weekend in the Bundesliga. So we're just about ready for kickoff, I believe. And
so it looks like it, yeah.
And it always goes quick. So here we go then. The game is underway. And let's get some atmosphere going. There we go. Some Bayern Munich crowd noise in the background, pretending that we are at the Allianz Arena. Daro Grady says, and we are back. Hello, Daro. Hope you're well. Who are you going for today, Bayern or Stuttgart? And Stuttgart already coming in there, and it's just gone into the box, and it's gone out again. They didn't get the shot that they wanted at the end. But Seb, what's your predictions for today? Because normally we'd say Bayern Munich, but Stuttgart can be a bit awkward, and they've shown that this season.
Still think Bayern should steamroll them in some way. Stuttgart will give you goals, and Bayern will get them no matter what. So I'm still going for Bayern. But they can be interesting. They're a surprise. They're almost like the Jack in the Box. You know what you're getting, but you just don't know when it's going to pop out.
Yeah, just like when you're wearing Johnny's and sorry, not Johnny's, you're wearing a tracksuit and you just don't know when it's going to pop out by accident and go, oh crap, everyone saw it. I completely understand exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm not letting you go down that trail of thought. No.
I do apologise, Seb.
Not having it.
And I haven't even had any whiskey yet, so that's worrying.
You should apologise to everyone else.
I do apologise. It's like addressing the nation. I do apologise, my fellow English people. Luke Tanner has got in touch and says, afternoon, lads. Thoughts on the Champions League draw, and who do you think are the favourites now? I'll tell you what, Luke, we'll talk about that, especially at half-time. That'll be our half-time chat. The Europa League and the Champions League draw. Dara Greedy saying, keep us posted of all the other games. Yes, no problem, Dara, we will. We'll always keep you updated for the Bayern Munich and Bundesliga games.
I'm currently watching Return of Bologna, and this is a task that I've set myself, which is to try and watch every game from all the teams that are last in their respective leagues in the top 5 divisions in Europe. So that means Crotone, that means Schalke, that means Huesca, that means Sheffield United. And I'm just saying that I want to try and watch every single game of all those last teams to see who really is the worst of those 5.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think it's a nice aspect to take on because everyone waits for these big games. Why don't we wait for the terrible games? The games aren't getting much better. Let's see how terrible it can get.
Oh dear. I mean, I did see earlier Bournemouth. I only saw a bit of it. Bournemouth versus Southampton in the FA Cup, which normal, an easy win actually for Southampton over Bournemouth. But Jonathan Woodgate not getting a result there as the new Bournemouth manager, which.
Can I just say, I don't get that at all. Why did they hire Jonathan Woodgate?
God knows. Like,
And
with no track
he might have done
record
decent-
either.
He's done decent, for instance, he beat Swansea the other day quite convincingly, but, well, I didn't see the match, but 3-0's convincing. But still, why? Why? It's as if, like, losing to Southampton, they're like, oh, we didn't see this coming. You hired Jonathan Woodgate. How did you not see this coming?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Random saying hi. Hello, Random. How random do you feel today? Can you give us the most random message in the live chat page?
He is a regular. Some respect, Jamie.
That's his name.
Of course, there's respect the name. And Crotone have just taken the lead against Bologna.
Oh, really? And this how many minutes
32
in?
Minutes, so 32 minutes.
Oh, I was going to say, I keep thinking every game's on at 2:30 today. Just because of watching this Bayern game. And Stuttgart have had a shot off target.
I'm hoping they don't gain too many points, because otherwise they will no longer be the last team, and then I'll have to watch Parma. Not having that.
Oh dear. I remember when Parma had quite a good side in the 2000s. Well, late 90s they were pretty
going
sick
way
as well.
back, aren't we? Yeah. They still have Gervinho.
Do they?
Yeah.
See, I feel old just talking about a team in the 2000s. Don't you? Because technically it's nearly 2 decades. Like, well, I mean it's not, but it's
again with his great maths there.
I don't. What can I say? Doro Grady has said, "I drink whiskey with my Rice Krispies. Yum." I love it.
One thing that's also great about seeing, I mean, this is Bologna now. It's Mihailovic. I can never say his name properly. What he dresses as every time is brilliant. he's got a weird flat cap on that's like golf checkered.
Oh, those kind of
So
old-fashioned.
He's stylish in a very weird way.
Is he the one that had those weird trainers on the other day? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is nothing new from him. He is always dressed quite extravagantly.
I love it how
But
he's been on
the fact
social
that it's
media a lot
always like
because of it.
Yeah, but the fact that he always is dressed like that makes it standard practice for him.
Legend. I'm just going to refresh my stream because it's a bit blurry, so hopefully it can do better. We've got our subscriber. Thank you very much. We're at 425 subscribers now, so thank you. We appreciate it. Of course, if you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe. Let's try and get to 430 today.
Hey, F it. Why aren't we trying to get to 500 today?
Yeah. Well, there's nothing wrong in trying
What's
that.
stopping us?
Unless we do
Juiced
what?
Sour
Unless we do.
saying,
Oh,
my microphone needs to be louder. Apparently, says Juiced. Thank you, Juiced.
oh, your mic need. Let me sort that out.
This is Jamie's way of suppressing my voice.
Let me. Might be the crowd noise as well. I'll pull it down a little bit. There we go. How's that, Juiced? Random says, I think 3-0 for Bayern today. Well, Stuttgart have so far looked the better team.
It's looked a bit sloppy from Bayern. Again,
It has.
expected after a European match midweek. I mean, even the passing from, I think, even Muller and Goretzka has been a bit off. And we're talking 6 minutes in, so I mean, we can calm down a bit. But usually players are tired near the end of the match and not at the beginning. Oh, and in Frankfurt, Union Berlin it's 1-1 after 7 minutes.
What?
It's the two men that have not been talked about enough this season. Andre Silva getting a goal for Frankfurt, and Kruse getting the goal for Union Berlin. And he's been injured a bit, so he's missed a few games, but it's such a big impact on that team. I think that's his 9th goal of the season in his 14th game. So the German veteran is really helping Union Berlin exceed expectations. Brilliant.
Nice.
Oh, it's under review for foul now. Okay, so VAR's looking at it. And Wolfsburg have gone 1-0 up in the W derby against Werder Bremen.
In the is that what they actually call it?
No, I'm just calling it.
I was gonna say
the green. I think I should call it something like the Green W derby or something.
Yeah, why not? Oh,
Teams
Gretzka
are-
just missed the target. Go on.
Teams are rarely dressed in green. They
Yeah.
rarely have a name that starts with W. So the two mixing, ooh yeah, the two mixing together, it has to be some derby of some sort. Oh, it's John Sargent. Oh, so he has had a good season for Werder Bremen. He's got a goal now today, but against his own goalkeeper. Young American, 21 years old. Good prospect. He scored 3 goals in his last 4 games before today. The only game that he didn't score in was the one against Bayern Munich. I mean,
And
there's no shame in that.
there is quite a few American players that are coming through the ranks that have come to Europe, which I remember Taylor Twellman, the ex-US player who's now pundit in America, so he's quite known in this in what they would call the soccer world in America, where he's a commentator and a pundit, and he said straight after they didn't make the World Cup in 2018 because they didn't make it through qualifying, he straight away said, you know, that the MLS system it sucks, but he also basically said they need to all go to Europe, these players, and actually
And they have done.
and they have done, and because of that we've got quite an exciting US team coming up.
Look how brilliant it could be with just Tyler Adams, McKennie. Even if you look at United's City's goalkeeper Stefan, then you've got Rayner,
And then
Sargent.
Pulisic.
It goes on. Pulisic as well, and they're all young.
And it's the fact
And then
that
also
2
you can
years
talk about Hoppe as well from Schalke.
and Hoppe, I mean, it's funny because 2 years ago, I mean, I'd say he still is the poster boy, which is Pulisic, but it felt like he was the only poster boy in a way. You 2 years down the line, we've now discovered all these players, and as you mentioned, McKennie as well. He's one that's he reminds me of The Weeknd.
McKennie will be the
He reminds
poster
me
boy.
of the
He is-
singer, but
he is brilliant.
he looks like him.
He is brilliant. Yeah, and even Antoine. I'm a big fan of Anthony Robinson from Fulham.
Oh yeah, I've not seen much of him,
I'm a big fan of his. Yeah. So.
but again, as always,
That'll be
Mexico
interesting.
will always beat them because they always do. Oh, there's a
I'm
yellow.
not sure.
There's a yellow card for Alphonso Davis. First booking. Oh, that could have been a red.
Yeah, it was reckless, I think.
That could have been a red. I think he's lucky there. They could have been down to 10 men, which is a must-win game.
Mm-hmm.
And
2-0 to Crotone. Yeah, you could have got sent off for that.
I mean, couldn't they check VAR for that?
I think they should.
Because they have done it in the past where they've changed the yellow to a red, so. But I don't know if the referee's interested now. I think he's ready for Stuttgart to take the free kick.
Big chance to get a foothold in the game for Stuttgart.
Mm.
And just to mention another one, there's a young Barcelona player called De La Fuente, who's American, who is in the USA squad, so could be an exciting prospect as well.
Nice.
And you've got Brooks from Wolfsburg, and Dest from Barcelona as well. God, the list goes on.
I think oh, hang on, they are checking VAR, and if so, he's in trouble.
Yeah, I think he's off.
Yeah, surely that's a red. Alphonso Davis is just standing still at the moment, and I think he's a little bit concerned that the referee's coming over. He's going to do it.
It's a clear red.
It's a red card. Sent off Alphonso Davis. They're in trouble. Bayern Munich will play for the rest of the game with 10 men, and it's only 11 minutes on the clock. But it's no doubt. Seb and I mentioned the tackle. Yeah, he puts his studs up.
He knew he was going off as soon as the referee was going over. And there's not too much protest from the Bayern players. But the left-hand side is desperately one that where Bayern needed cover, and I'm still not convinced Lucas Hernandez is a decent left back if he were to come on. But you've got Waman Jatuku, I can never say his name because it's too long. Waman Jatuka, who was so fast, and that's why I'm sure he put Alphonso Davies on that left-hand side to stop that pace. But he's now off after, what, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Field day for him. And I look forward to see what he can do against this Bayern Munich team because I think he's been really exciting this season. I've not really seen much of him play for Stuttgart. Where Bayern need Silas Waman Jatuka. There we go. He's from Congo, DR Congo. He's the one who scored on the... I can't remember which match it was, where the ball was on the line and he waited for players to come round and then he booted it in while waiting for players to come and challenge him on the line. Brilliant. But he's such an exciting player. Let's see if he can exploit that left-hand side. Let's see if Flick can be reactive. I never think of Flick as being extremely reactive as a coach, but now he'll have to be if he's going to salvage something from this match.
I mean, Stuttgart straight away. This is the perfect opportunity for them to upset the odds here today.
Well, Bayern Munich should be tied for logical reasons of having been in the Champions League in midweek. I say that, but against Lazio it was still a walk in the park. Flick managed to take players off like Lewandowski and rest them a bit because the tie was over.
Yeah. Did he start Lewandowski?
Ooh, Neuer's forced into a save there. That was a good chance for Stuttgart. Kalacic, who was on the end of the header, but Sula just let him roam into the box unmarked. Free header. What were you saying? Did Lewandowski start? Lewandowski did start against Lazio the other night.
See, it did surprise me that.
Yeah, considering the tie was done, but I think Flick still didn't want to take any chances.
Yeah. Oh, here come Bayern. Oh, instead it's just been completely given away back to Stuttgart, just outside the 18-yard box.
Yeah, it was poor again, and there's Alaba giving away the ball. But it's looking very lackluster from Bayern Munich. They're not moving up the pitch, and because they can't even get that first pass right. And usually I'd say if you had a midfield of Goretzka and Kimmich, then you've got enough to run over your opponent, even if you are a man down, because those two are engines, Goretzka and Kimmich. It's Alaba. Yeah. I'm not saying Alaba isn't a machine, but nothing compared to the partnership of Kimmich and Goretzka. Those two can just sprint the 90 minutes. It's unreal. And that's a key part to Bayern Munich, the physicality that they've got along the whole team. Yeah, even before the match, you could have said that Kimmich being ill was a big miss. It might even be bigger now they're down to 10 men.
Kimmich. Probably my favourite
in midfield.
No, I've never have been. Because he has had cameo appearances there this season, and I've not really understood it.
That's because Bayern Munich have no fullbacks, but an infinite amount of centre-backs. Pavard, centre-back. Lucas Hernandez, technically a centre-back. Sula, centre-back. Boateng, centre-back. The list goes on. And that's why Alaba's been forced to move out a bit, because there are too many centre-backs now. So it'd be a bit ironic that Bayern Munich play a left-back at centre-back when they've got so many centre-backs. I think that's Flick's thinking.
Dara Grady asking what happened. So basically, Alphonso Davies put his studs up on one of the Stuttgart players on his leg, and at first he was given a yellow card, but the referee got told by the VAR team to check it again, and it was literally as long as the referee had seen the replay, he was going to get a sending off.
It's not even like one of those ones where the studs scrape down the legs, where it's kind of on a different angle. It was really, really perpendicular, so
yeah.
It was a red card and dangerous, and there was a bit of force into it. So, I mean, the ref can miss it the first time, but that's where VAR is well used in this case. And luckily the Stuttgart player does lift his foot off the ground just in time for it to not break. I used to have a bit of a kickabout with some lads when we were back, when we had normality in before the pandemic, but
Oh, and there's a goal. Oh, it's Lewandowski, and it's Gnabry with the cross. Oh, it's a great goal. Low ball cross. Lewandowski hits the top left corner of the net. No problem whatsoever.
Striker's instinct.
Absolutely.
That ball. That was not easy to get on the end of that ball. Low cross, and just does he point it in? Toe poke it in? It almost just gets in front of the Stuttgart defender. That's a good goal. It's not like Alfonso. The malice is not like Alfonso, but the clumsiness is.
I mean, no one marking him at all either. Literally just.
Well, yeah, there is someone marking. It's just that Lewandowski's not really in a position where he has a right to get on the end of that ball and just gets ahead of the defender, puts a foot out, perfectly timed.
So there we have it, 1-0 to Bayern Munich, despite going down to 10 men.
Yeah, exactly. Be disappointed, Stuttgart. I mean, this is the first time that Bayern Munich's passing has been somewhat acceptable in the final third, and they get a goal from it. Say what you like, they're the most efficient team in the world right now.
Yeah, I think this is why I can still see Bayern being more the favourites than Man City for the Champions League, but it would be very close.
Yeah. They've how Bayern Munich break down City.
Yeah, but my problem is with City is they don't. I know they still get goals, but Bayern Munich have different goal scorers, and I think that could be really deadly.
City, in all fairness.
But yeah, but Bayern Munich play with pace.
Yeah, but that's what the kind of play that Rodri's really comfortable at doing now, making sure that teams can't break quickly on them. That's where Man City got caught last season, because Rodri couldn't settle in and Fernandinho was playing at the back. That pivot player in Guardiola's system is essential to cutting off any sort of bloodstream into the attacking of the opponent's attack. And so if Rodri's on top form, then I don't see Bayern Munich winning. I
think at first though, they've still got to beat Dortmund, and Bayern have still got to beat PSG. And if they do win those ties, I don't know why I don't expect Dortmund to beat City. But what if Haaland does turn up and take those chances? You just never know, and he does normally when he gets the chances.
Doing them,
yeah.
I mean, we're talking about Haaland. He scored within 4 minutes today.
Yeah, exactly. Like
4 minutes gone, he's got a goal for. Well, it's 20 minutes now, but in 4 minutes he got the goal.
But that's it. I mean, like I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who's a City fan, and I joked at him and sent him a message and said, "Haaland hat-trick incoming," and he is quite nervous. He is quite nervous about it, because I'm thinking, this if Dortmund can get it right, you just never know. But City should no doubt be the favourites still.
Yeah.
Be a good tie, I think. Be good to see Haaland play against a team like City.
Exciting,
yeah. But yeah,
we want to see it.
But it's the fact that we got the repeat of the Champions League final again, of Bayern and PSG. So I think for City, they would have been happy that them two were going to face each other.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think City will still be happy with the tie.
Yeah,
Probably not happy that they have to pay. When you play someone like Bayern or PSG in any light, I think City would have preferred that just in a one-match shootout rather than 2 legs.
I think as well what do you call it? The fact that I think for City anyway, if they could get to the final from that side of the draw, then I mean I'm not saying they deserve to win the Champions League, but it's definitely a good run. To beat Dortmund and then either Bayern or PSG. And then I actually think you could have an all-English final there. You could have...
Oh, it's a high possibility.
Yeah. So I think... Go on.
If you look at the odds, it's lower than evens that an English team wins the competition, which makes sense.
Who knows? We could have an Arsenal-Man United final. Oh, and it's a second goal. Gnabry has scored this time. He got the assist for Lewandowski's first goal of the game, and only goal of course so far, but it is 2-0 to Bayern Munich. And Seb, 10 men? What 10 men? Who cares, says Bayern Munich.
How good was that, the passing?
Yeah.
Gnabry starts it off when he runs into Stuttgart half. Then he leaves it to Muller, Sané, that lot to just deal with it. And then Muller finds a great ball into Sané. Sané leaves it to Muller again. Muller back to Sané. Then Sané leaves it off for Gnabry. It's a bit of a tap-in. Now, I want to mention Gnabry for multiple reasons, because firstly, he's got an assist now. But we talk about a lot of two-footed players in the world. A lot say Son, a lot say Greenwood.
Greenwood, yeah.
Do we undeservedly ignore Gnabry?
Yeah, I think you're probably right, because
He's right-footed. The assist came with his left foot. A great cross into Lewandowski. That finish was coolly taken with his left foot.
Yeah.
He is brilliant with both feet.
Oh, and it's another goal. Lewandowski's got one now. This is going in one way. 3-0, and it's what, 23 minutes gone.
What is happening?
I mean, this is quite incredible. I mean,
Jamie hasn't got time to update the page.
I don't know. Exactly. I've just changed it, and now there's no point. It's a header as well.
It's gone from 1-0 to 3-0 already.
He's just so good.
That floating ball from Muller. And Lewandowski,
Yeah, Muller.
It's a floating ball. He gets in between the centre-backs. But even then, there's no power already that he can use to divert the header. He creates power from just his body there to get it into the other corner. It's a great header.
It's
Class side.
I mean,
Class side.
I haven't even updated Twitter. I haven't updated the time. I haven't updated. So there. What a game. I mean, I didn't. I thought Bayern were going to struggle, but no, no. They listened.
On goal, 3 goals.
I mean, this is what. Can you see now what I mean by Bayern being the favourites?
This is the kind of thing that makes your argument very pertinent.
I mean, look, it's of course it's different opponents, but this is what I mean though. Like throughout this season, yes, Bayern Munich have been a bit shaky, but it's just that front line, man. I don't think anyone in the world can handle it when they're on their day.
No. How can you? Look how effective they are there.
It's quite incredible what we've seen here.
Yeah. 22 minutes gone. 3-0 to Bayern Munich, 10-man Bayern Munich.
So, yeah, 3-0. And we've only had 25 minutes.
Wow.
Oh, we've got ourselves a highlights programme here already.
Just cut it off, we're done.
Yeah, we're done. RB Leipzig fans are probably going home now. But, yeah, RB Leipzig won earlier. Oh, Bayern again. No. This time Stuttgart do at least stop the run of play, and it's back into Bayern's half. But either way, I mean, the Stuttgart manager will be a little stunned by this, because there was an opportunity up against a 10-man team, and then all of a sudden Bayern just clearly took the opportunity to think, no, we're not going to be frightened here. We're going to go for it, regardless of.
They're still doing this with one-man midfield. Goretzka.
Oh, he's so good, isn't he?
He's very underrated, and I always thought he was.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you saying it a few months back, and I'll be honest, I hadn't seen a great deal of him, but in the last few weeks he's been great. Yeah, the Dortmund game as well. When he scored the winner. It was Lewandowski getting the headlines because he got the hat trick, but and he got the goal after Goretzka. So it's very, very underrated. Him, Muller are very underrated for me. And I think maybe Gnabry is.
Yeah, but they're all really hard workers, and that's where Sané kind of doesn't fit into the system, because he's not exactly going to bust a gut every single time.
No.
And whereas you got Muller, Goretzka, and Gnabry, who will.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Stuttgart. Ball comes in. Oh, it's gone behind for a corner. It was the last touch off Alaba, who he's still not officially a Real Madrid player yet. So he hasn't actually got a team yet for next season, but he'll get a team, obviously. But it'd be interesting if at all Real Madrid don't get him. I don't know.
It'd be hilarious if he doesn't, and then he signs an extension at Bayern Munich.
And then he'll delete that Instagram post.
Oh yeah.
Leaving? What do you mean I'm leaving? Did anyone print screen that?
If it's deleted, did it ever happen?
Exactly. Unless some guy print screened it, but you say it was photoshopped.
Yeah, Photoshop, yeah, absolutely.
So do get in touch if you're watching. If you have just joined us, Bayern Munich 3, Stuttgart 0. Despite the fact that Bayern Munich are down to 10 men, you can probably see it on our live chat page. Red card, and then the next bit I put is goal Bayern Munich 3. So it just shows how crazy the last few minutes have been for Seb and I.
If you can find an emoji on your OBS, Jamie, to put a little red square next to our photo Davies on the lineup, that'd be just.
Oh yeah, that would have been beautiful.
Challenge
That's a
accepted.
good. I'm an idiot. I haven't even changed the Bayern Munich. I should put sent off.
Just put RC.
Yeah, good point. What minute
And
was
everyone
that?
thinking,
I
who the
don't-
hell is RC who's replaced him at the 11th minute?
Exactly. Let me find the.
Oh, and Lewandowski looks like he's fouled on his ear, but Sani still got it in the box, and the cross going goalwards because it's deflected and dealt with easily. Bayern Munich looking to move. They didn't in the first 10 minutes, but now they are up for this.
Where do you think's enough for them today? Get 5 goals and then pack it up. Help the goal difference out.
Is there ever enough for Bayern Munich?
Well, yeah,
I don't
good
know, I
point.
don't think they'll ever stop.
I mean, they were like
Because
that
I
with
mean-
Schalke in the first game of the season, but I guess when you're against Schalke, you're going to score every time you go up front.
Yeah, I guess because the next game is not even next week. They've still got. It's in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, international break, of course, yeah.
Exactly. And do you know who that's against, Jamie?
I'll be Leipzig, which we'll no doubt be doing on YouTube. I've been looking forward to that game. Very, very much looking forward to it.
Well,
There'll be Nagelsmann has been doing some art on his Instagram page to help him
Really?
relax ahead of
I
the
know that.
Bayern Munich game. I think he's been told to draw up what to expect, and I think it was every time he was drawing, it's Lewandowski getting a hat trick, and he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, how do I stop this
it's
guy?"
instinct. It's just instinct.
Did you ever
I
see?
can only draw what I see.
Yeah. Did you ever see Heroes?
No, I did not.
There was a guy,
Oh,
right?
I know what it is, but I don't know what it is.
There was a guy who had a superpower, which was he could draw the future, and I think that's Nagelsmann. He's like drawing Lewandowski hat trick, and it's like, I've got to stop this. And
Now
then
you've mentioned it, I'm gonna have to go browsing through Nagelsmann on Instagram.
he is on Instagram. He only just started recently, but that along with Mourinho is very refreshing. Mourinho's a lot more funny, but I like seeing a football manager on Instagram and share their thoughts on stuff. It's good for the fans.
I didn't watch the game last night, but he's sporting a long coat, and
It's a nice
I
coat.
don't know. I think that's okay. Yeah, I'll give it to him this time.
But have you noticed it's the same kind of coat as Klopp's? Because it's Nike,
But he's
isn't
got
it?
Orange shoes with them. Oh my.
Oh, I didn't see the
You
orange
don't put
shoes.
Dark orange. You don't put dark green with a bright orange. Oh. The one where he's got a canvas out. Yeah.
The canvas.
Did we get to see the results?
Of the
The
canvas.
cycling photos.
Yeah, he loves cycling, I've
what was on the
noticed.
Yeah. Interesting. I want to see who's following, because if he's following like Bayern Munich, then I don't know. You just start questioning. And some people don't follow their own players; they follow their own club, but they don't follow their own players. But I can see there he's following Angelino, Forsberg.
Oh, is he?
Sabitzer, so you know,
Does
it's going
Mourinho do
through
that?
it all. I thought he didn't. That's the thing.
I've never actually looked at the. I never really go on. Shot on target for Stuttgart, but straight to Neuer.
Oh, it's
In the
always
centre.
interesting to see who people are following.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Griezmann and Messi don't follow each other on Instagram.
Do Messi and Ronaldo follow each other?
Yeah, I think Messi follows Ronaldo, and I think Ronaldo follows Messi, but I'm not.
I would.
100% sure.
I would get my
But it's,
Instagram up, but
you
it's
know.
on my phone's got the game on.
Yeah, but you see, you know, Messi follows all his international mates, his teammates, even some of the youth players at Barcelona,
And
you
not
see,
Griezmann.
That's Griezmann. That's Griezmann.
And you've mentioned in the past that they might not be getting on because of the reports we keep seeing.
Yeah, it was clear at the beginning that they weren't getting on. You know, when Messi could pass it to him, he wouldn't. That was just abundantly clear.
I've always found the Griezmann transfer weird. I don't know. I mean, it always made sense, but it just feels weird though. You know what I mean? It's when
anyone should have gone for him.
Yeah. It's one of those where when it's done, it's kind of hard to believe. I know that sounds really random. I'm a bit like that with some transfers in football when you just think it was going to happen, but it still doesn't feel like it's happened.
As a Southampton boss, I was like, what the hell happened? It kind of just always hit me, and I was like, oh, what?
Brilliant. I think what other weird transfers have we had? Falcao. No.
Yeah.
That was a bit out of nowhere. Pato. That was weird. He's at Orlando and he scored on his debut in a pre-season last night.
I'm sure there are other weird transfers. I mean, already you look at, I don't know, Bayern Munich getting promoting and Douglas Costa, and that's it was like, why would you whatever his name is, I can't say it. I'm gonna get it up so I can pronounce it properly.
It's Stuttgart have had an injured player off.
Waman Jituka is injured, which is bad news.
Very bad news.
He's in the thumbnail.
Let's have a look at the score lines. We'll just put the score lines up on our screen. I hope Seb likes it, this new stats background that we've got going.
I do.
Oh, thank you.
I really do.
It's thank goodness we're not watching dirty stuff.
You say it just as Cologne equalised against Dortmund.
Damn it! So yes, the W Derby, which I like from Seb. I think we should use that if we ever cover those games. We'll have it as our headline.
W Green Derby.
W Green Derby. 1-0 to Wolfsburg at Werder Bremen at the moment, and I could get the goal scorer up for you because of this new screen. John Sargent with the own goal, as Seb mentioned before. FC Cologne 0, Dortmund 1, but FC Cologne apparently have got a goal. It just hasn't updated on my thing yet. Haaland got a goal for Dortmund though. Who else but Haaland scoring on the 3rd minute very early on, who of course Dortmund play Man City in the Champions League after yesterday's draw, and Seb and I will talk more about the draw at half time with this fantastic internet view. I don't have to set up anything, I just go on the website, get the fixtures up, and we can just talk about it. Let's do it. So yeah,
that's what we want.
That's what we want. And let's look at the others. Frankfurt 1, Berlin 1. And actually 2 goals in less than 10 minutes. Andre Silva, who's having a great season at Frankfurt, on the 2nd minute, and Max Kroos with the equaliser 5 minutes later. And that's it. It's still goalless between Schalke and Mönchengladbach, but they don't kick off till 5:30, so maybe that scoreline might change. We will see. Terrible joke.
That. Any fixture coming up, it's still goalless between them.
A friend of mine, I don't know if you watched the Chelsea stream the other night that we did. George Harris was with us.
Partially, yeah.
And he did.
Was he? Was he there the whole time?
There
was only 4 of you, and it wasn't him.
Oh, he was. Yeah, he was there the whole time.
Okay, then I was getting confused. Then. Okay, continue.
But we're at 427. I didn't see that. 2 more subscribers. Thank you very much, folks. 3 more from 430. So do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get to 430 before, not the clock, not 430, 430 subscribers before 430, because the game actually finishes before 430. So I'm getting out. I'm leaving.
For coincidences wherever you can find them.
That's my problem.
The other day.
I know.
We talked about this the other day.
I love it too much. Oh. You know, the great thing is, Seb, about this internet page is that the scoreline is a reference, so it changes as well when we change page. Amazing, eh?
Oh, that's actually terrific, yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go back to our main page, though. So you've got the clock back there. It's 36 minutes gone, and there's a throw-in for Bayern Munich. I was listening to the Bundesliga music this morning, which was a bit sad. I had it on repeat while setting up my screen.
I mean, you do you, Jamie, but really?
I know.
Okay.
I know. I understand.
We're here for you.
Maybe I know. I do need to see someone, as in a therapist. Yeah, maybe that's what Klinsmann's going. Not Klinsmann. Nagelsmann. is going through while drawing these pictures. I have to stop it. Lewandowski hat-trick, Haaland hat-trick. I have to stop it.
He's just hoping for a Soloff hat trick.
And a Weisman
Hoping
hat-trick.
beyond the star.
How do you pronounce his name? The guy with the blonde hair.
Weisman?
Is it Weisman?
Forsberg.
Yeah, the for Leipzig.
Forsberg.
Oh, Wolfsburg. Sorry, I thought you said Wolfsburg. as in the team.
You want the blonde-haired guy? Well, I'm guessing the blonde-haired guy is Forsberg.
I remember when I used to play FIFA 11, and the one player I always signed on FIFA was Krasic, the Serbian winger who played for Juve for a bit. He had nice blonde hair.
I don't remember him.
I think he was a one-season wonder. I think he just disappeared. He was good at, I think it was, yeah, he was at CSK Moscow, I think, to start off with.
Hey, I don't have a clue about him. Maybe something. No, I don't know.
Oh, Stuttgart have got the ball in the box from the free kick, but it's in the hands of what Bayern Munich hoped for, of Manuel Neuer. And at the moment, he's got no goals against him. And can he get another clean sheet for his German champions? At the moment, Stuttgart have settled in a bit better, which, well, I guess they had to. As I say that, oh, it's 4-0. Oh, dear, Jamie. It's Lewandowski with a hat-trick.
The guy just doesn't stop, and that's him being more than a goal hanger, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pouncing on the loose ball. So Sané does well to dribble up the pitch, and then he puts the ball through for Goretzka, I think it is, and then Goretzka gets tackled. So in the end, the ball comes out to Lewandowski outside the box, and he just strolls into the box and finishes it easily.
I think I've said these two words about Lewandowski before, but I'll say it again. He's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, what can you say? They're down to 10 men and they put 4 past Stuttgart. That puts him on 34 goals this season, so he will break Gerd Muller's record.
What a player! What a record to beat.
Yeah, he's got 8 games to get 6 goals, I think it is, to beat the record. So at this rate, he's beating the record.
This is quite incredible.
Simple math, Jamie, and do projections.
No, don't get maths involved in my lifestyle, please. You do a lot of maths, though, don't you?
I have to.
Yeah. Seb,
Well, I know how to do it.
an engineer, who I think is very, very impressive, because I do think engineering is very exciting to hear about.
Oh, it might be. It might be. Looking for a job, so if anyone's hiring engineers, you know, I'll take it.
And you can, Seb's CV is available at letstalksport.org.uk.
So just doing the simple math, projections say that Lewandowski will get about 44 or 45 goals in this Bundesliga season.
I love that. I love that, Seb. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
So
the
I
great
think
thing
we should
about
give him 2
Seb.
Ballon d'Ors next year.
See, this channel wouldn't be the same without Seb. I always say that.
Wouldn't be the same without Jamie.
Nah, my quiff's a bit shit today, so I don't know about that.
Yours is. I've got a bandana on.
Mr. I'm from the 80s.
Wait a minute. You getting the right era there, Jamie?
I don't know. I wasn't from the 80s, so I could put my hands up and go, you can't blame me. I'm just been misled. Anyway, back to the game.
I don't even know what to comment.
So Lewandowski with a hat-trick. I might even have to put that in our headline because it's such a big moment again for him. He scored a hat-trick against Dortmund last week or the week before, and yeah, he's just 10 men. I mean, this is the thing. I've forgotten they're down to 10 men. It's just one of those. Even though the scoreboard will say red card next to Bayern, it means nothing.
Yeah. Just unreal. And Stuttgart really haven't done much since that red card. It's a shame.
Yeah, they didn't really. I don't think they were. I think they were looking at this game thinking this is an opportunity, but instead it hasn't.
Well, it should have been an opportunity, but he didn't take it.
Yeah. I've hashtag Lewandowski because surely he's trending now.
Oh yeah, he has to be. And FIFA owe him a Ballon d'Or.
Yes. He's. I hope. You know what? Because I'm a Lewandowski fan, I hope Bayern do win the Champions League again, just to be absolutely sure he gets it.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way now.
It's just,
To
yeah.
make sure. If they win the Champions League, he can't not get it.
Yeah.
He can't.
Yeah.
There'd be something wrong if he doesn't get it.
Such a shame. Hopefully he does get one though, right? And he really, if he had got it last year and he got it this year, he could have had two. So there's also
You
that
argued,
kind
would
of.
you? Yeah.
You know, I
I
think.
brought up the debate like with Modric they did.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole. I mean, I was happy for Modric, but it did feel a bit odd.
It felt like they desperately wanted someone else that wasn't Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah. Even though a Ronaldo Messi victory would have still looked good for the papers.
I think
If that makes
FIFA
sense.
did want to vary it a bit. Or France football, sorry, it was.
Stuttgart. There's been a couple of Stuttgart players injured in this game. Another one now. Will he carry
Yeah.
on?
Fouled by Lewandowski.
Boateng's got a yellow card, which I've just noticed. So the goals, Lewandowski a hat-trick and a Gnabry goal, making this 4-0. Do get in touch on our live chat page if you're watching the game. Quite incredible. Lewandowski hat-trick. And I said moments before he sealed that hat-trick that Stuttgart started to settle into the game again. But how wrong I was. And that will be on record forever on our YouTube channel.
Yep. It will be, Jamie.
Damn it.
So Wolfsburg are now winning 2-1. Frankfurt are beating Union Berlin 4-1. There have been some goals today in the Bundesliga. So far, every team that's played today has scored except for Stuttgart. Criticise Bayern all you want. The job's getting done today.
It really, it's, oh, what's Muller done? Oh, it's a throw.
Well, the job. If I had a bet on this, they would have paid out because Bayern 4-0 up.
Damn it. I didn't do a accumulate today, damn it.
Do you do them?
I do 50p ones. Only now and again. I have to, normally on a Saturday I would, but that's it.
I do as well, but I forgot that I got home too late. I got home just before this. So.
I always think if I don't do it in the morning, I will never get it done.
I usually do a championship one, so I do all the 11 matches played in the championship, and I'm just hoping one day it will go through. So there are ridiculous odds with one franc.
Yeah, you never know.
Once there was an odd of about 600,000, and it wasn't too far from going through. So
Oh,
you never know.
in a weird way, it is kind of like the lottery, though, isn't it? You know, you gotta hope you get all the numbers. Same with the
Yeah, but
football, you gotta hope you get all the results.
Absolutely, you gotta hope luck goes your way, but there is more analysis than the lottery because you can't say, look, I think this one is going to come out because I don't know, on a Friday night when the humidity is this, then the number 7 seems to be heavier and comes out more often. No, there's no analysis to that. I get it, it's still playing luck. It's still playing with a lot of luck, but lottery is more unlikely because there really is no analysis to it. You can't analyse what numbers are going to come next. They all have the same probability as being drawn, but there's just so many options. Whereas when you're betting, you've got 3: win, draw, or win to the other team. So you know what you're putting it on in some senses.
Yeah.
Usually, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
If you do the calculations of I think I did it the other week for the Euro Millions, and you play it so that when one's drawn, the chance of you getting another number correct is 1/49th, and then you multiply all these different options, and when you think that in the Euro Millions you get about maximum 200 million euros, which is a lot, but when you get maximum that amount, you get a solid deal still, because the probability is completely against you. If you were to put £1 on it in on a betting market, a sporting bet market, you'd get a lot more in return than what you actually get with the lottery. So that's Seb saying that statistically the lottery is a scam, but it kind of isn't. But you get ripped off, let's just say. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Do follow Seb at Seb's Tips on Twitter. And actually, yes, the bandana is in the logo. It's half time. It's half time, sorry, Seb. It's half time between Bayern Munich and Stuttgart. And yes, you'll read that correctly. It's not 4-0 at full time, it's 4-0 at half time. And that really just sums up the game, really, because if you haven't been here, where have you been? You've missed on a normal day for Robert Lewandowski. He has scored a hat-trick. Gnabry has got a goal as well to make it 4-0. And this is with a Bayern Munich team without an Alphonso Davies. And you're probably thinking, he's not injured, is he, Jamie? No, he got sent off after just 12 minutes into this game. No Kimmich as well. Of course, Kimmich, one of their vital players in the midfield area, is not available today. So it's quite an incredible game that we've seen. Me and Seb thought maybe for a moment when they were down to 10 men, this could be a very challenging game, with the fact that if they didn't win, they would only be at least a point ahead of Leipzig. But it looks as though they're going to go 4 points clear again before the international break. Seb, your thoughts on that second half?
First half.
First half, yeah, good point. This is why I don't do maths.
Bayern can be very happy. Simply. You want dominance? That's dominance.
And I remember Seb saying during the game that City should beat Bayern, or how Bayern going to track them down and all that. Well, they're giving you a bit of a preview if they do play them.
But let's not forget that the Bundesliga is still a very open league the way they defend. Even Stuttgart, they conceding 1-2, still had 3 defenders miles apart when defending. They've been inviting this sort of danger. But yeah, Bayern proving as well that they are the best side in Europe at the moment. And we, or particularly me, loves to criticise them. And I still think rightfully so, but today it's flawless, except for Alphonso Davies.
Yeah. Everything else has just been working spot on. Let's have a look at the stats from the first half then, if I just get the page up. So, at the moment, 4 on target, 4 goals for Bayern Munich. So, nicely done. They've had 2 off target, while Stuttgart have had a couple on target and 4 off target. If we look at the possession, it's actually been more Stuttgart, but only by 6% more, to 53% to 47%. And of course, Seb will probably mention to you in the history days that would probably be nearly the results of Brexit. The passes is Bayern Munich 244, Stuttgart 280, and the tackles one is 70 to 59. As you can see there, there's only been 3 corners, 1 for Bayern, 2 for Stuttgart. And let's look at, I love this. Actually, look at Lewandowski. He's had 3 shots, and that's his hat-trick. But this is... I don't do the Fantasy League for the Bundesliga, but maybe some of you lot do at home. But this is your top 3 fantasy plays from this game so far for both sides. Of course, as you'd imagine, Lewandowski has got you 21 points already.
Don't say. How many would have Alphonso Davies have got? -2 or -1? German Fantasy League. I don't know how many points it's worth in that one, if it's the same as the Premier League one.
Yeah, I'm not sure, actually. Good question. Gnabry's got 10. Muller's got 9. And then the top 3 for Stuttgart, you've got Ahamada with 3. Endu with 1. And then you know it's bad when your third top player's got 0. So that's... not a great afternoon in the Fantasy League if you've got any of those Stuttgart players in. But
no, not really.
Not at all. Let's look at the scores from half-time. So, Werder Bremen 1, Wolfsburg 2 in the W Green Derby, in the words of Sebastian True. That, I think it could be adopted. I think they should. We should write a letter to the Bundesliga saying, look, you clearly love marketing on social media, these big fixtures, call it that for when they have their next game. I don't see why not.
Absolutely.
So actually it was Wolfsburg that went 1-0 up from an own goal from Josh Sargent. in the 8th minute. But then they made it 2-0 thanks to Weghorst on the 42nd minute. But just before half-time, Kevin Marold has got a goal back for Werder Bremen, which of course tells you why the W Green Derby is the one to watch. You just never know what might happen. FC Cologne 1, Dortmund 1, which of course Dortmund could do with a win today just to make sure that they can get that place in the Champions League for next season, or if they really want to, just before Terzic leaves, get him the Champions League trophy, and then you don't have to worry about getting the top 4.
Can we ask a legitimate question? That is, if Terzic does really well in the Champions League and Rosa does eventually get fired by Mönchengladbach, say hypothetically, because I don't think that will happen, but will that leave Dortmund in a very difficult situation of wanting to keep Terzic on, but not being able to?
It's not looking good, is it?
Well, it's looking good for Terzic. He's turning it around, except for the draw today. Well, it's still currently being played. It's just half-time. But I think that's a possibility, isn't it? That Terzic can do really well and Rosa can go a bit downhill in the next month or two.
I just think it made sense at the time, though, didn't it? When the appointment was made, because Dortmund weren't having.
It's turned around.
It's turned around. For them. I wonder if maybe just for Terzic, there's just no pressure on him, though, is there? I think between the appointment being announced and to the end of the season, for him, I'd imagine
was there?
No. But I think for him, really, maybe he's just a bit chilled out and just thinking, look, I'll do my best here because it'll help me get a job somewhere else, hopefully. Because for him, he might be fighting for a job somewhere else, because I'm sure he'll get an offer somewhere. I don't know where. Well, unless Lucien goes somewhere and he becomes his assistant again, maybe. I don't know. Could you see Lucien being a manager again?
Oh yeah, but not in too many clubs. He's not that young either.
Well, how old is he now? 60? Is he 70?
No, he's not 70.
65, I think. I did Google this, but now I've forgotten.
But managers don't retire at that age.
No, they retire at 78. So yeah, that's Haaland getting one. Oh, is he 63? Okay. The grey hair helps it. Look at this one, though. Frankfurt 4, Union Berlin 2. So we're watching the wrong game here. There's more goals in this one.
And braces from Andre Silva and Max Cruz. So
yeah. Cruz getting one just before half time as well to get that brace. There was an own goal, though, from Robert Andrik and Philip Kostic with one 6 minutes before half time. And that's it, really.
Andre Silva takes over Haaland in the goal scoring.
Oh,
ranking. So now Andre Silva on 21 and Haaland on 20.
That's interesting because
but
no one would talk about that, would they?
So it's mad that Lewandowski is nearly on twice as many as the person in second place, and the person in second place is having an exceptional season as well. Because
mad.
Even 21 goals. In England, the top scorer has 17. So 21 in the Bundesliga is still phenomenal. Top scorer in Serie A is 23, which is Ronaldo. So he's still on somewhat par with Ronaldo. And I think he's ahead of the top scorer in La Liga too. No, he's on the same. Messi's got 21. Andre Silva has more goals in less games. Less games? 27? 20? Yeah, in less games.
It's mad.
It's mad. It's mad. Andre Silva is having an exceptional season, but it's nearly twice less than Lewandowski. Lewandowski on 35. I mean, that's unreal, isn't it? This is the Bundesliga for you right now. Goals galore.
Goals galore.
We say goals galore. There's 4-0 here at halftime. There's 4-2 in the other one at halftime. There's 2-1 in the other one. And to think 2-1 is a low-scoring halftime result at the moment.
And it was funny. We had one weekend where everyone drew pretty much.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I didn't take into account the third Lewandowski goal when I calculated before. He's actually on track to score 45 or 46 goals this Bundesliga this campaign. So, yeah.
Crazy. We're looking at the table. So of course, this is if it stays like this with the score lines happening around Germany, Bayern Munich will go 4 points clear with 61 points, same games as RB Leipzig. Then this is all before the big game on April 2nd or 3rd. I can't remember which date, but it's on a Saturday night, 5:30 kickoff, which It's April 3rd, says Seb. And of course, he's saying free as well to say Lewandowski hat-trick, Jamie. That's what Nagelsmann has been drawing on his board, which he hopes does not happen. He's got to find a way to stop Lewandowski and his men in a couple of weeks' time after the international break. So Leipzig, of course, they're having a great season, but they would love it even more if they can get a trophy at the end of the season. Of course, they're in the German Cup while Bayern Munich aren't, so there's a chance for them to do it there under Nagelsmann. Wolfsburg, if they win, they will then go 4 points clear with Frankfurt. So nothing really changes there because both teams are winning. Dortmund, if they get that draw, though, Leverkusen, before they play tomorrow, could be level on points with Dortmund.
Just seen a great goal for Bologna. And it's 2-2. That was a good goal. Continue, sorry.
No, it's all right. Union Berlin, of course, losing there, and so is Stuttgart. Two teams battling it for 7th and 8th at the moment, and then looking at the bottom of the table. Schalke, well, they'll be happy it's goalless in their game this evening at the moment because that means they can at least get a point, but it might change in the 90 minutes like they do play because they don't play until 5:30. So that is the Bundesliga table. And of course, let's talk about the Champions League draw for yesterday. Let's talk about this, Seb. I've just get the page up now so that our viewers can see it, so that in case they don't know it off by heart. Here it is. So here is the quarter-final draw. So I'll just read it out. Manchester City versus Borussia Dortmund. FC Porto versus Chelsea. Bayern Munich up against PSG. And Real Madrid versus Liverpool. So we've got the repeat of the 2018 final of the Real Madrid-Liverpool game and the repeat of the 2019 final of Bayern Munich and PSG. I mean, Seb, I feel like the team that I'll probably be the happiest is Chelsea.
I think so, because they go against Porto. Obviously, I think everyone wanted Porto, with all due respect to them. And then in the semi-final, they get Real Madrid and Liverpool, and I think everyone would have kind of wanted those as well because, well, considering form and Real Madrid still don't look good, I would question a lot of La Liga as a whole because, look at Atletico Madrid, who are first, and I'd probably say Real Madrid are only just a bit better than Atletico Madrid right now, or on par. So Real Madrid is a beatable team for Chelsea, in my opinion, and for Liverpool too. I still think they could cause Liverpool a few problems. They're quite compact. They've got a very hard-working midfield and a very functional one that could be the undoing of Liverpool. But I still think it's a decent draw for Chelsea and Liverpool. I said this now, and Luke asked the question in the beginning. I've put money on Chelsea to win the Champions League,
and it looks as though they could at least make the semis.
Yeah, I've put money on a.
How much did you put?
I combined it with the Europa League winner. Now, when we go for the Europa League one, I can disclose who I put it on combined with. So if you want to go through the draw of the Europa League too, then
we'll talk about it in a minute. But I mean,
okay.
the one I'm looking forward to the most, though, and I'm sure we'll do a watch along for it, is Bayern versus PSG. A chance for PSG to get revenge from last year in that final, which only ended 1-0 at the end. But surely, Bayern Munich, I think for me, if people aren't sure about Bayern Munich this season, if they win this, then that, for me, I think they're the favourites to win the whole thing. But let's not forget, I said that PSG would win the Champions League, so I'm going against my own prediction here.
But it's normal that Bayern Munich would be the favourites. Look at how they play. Look at the current reigning champions. The reigning champions often are the favourites. But if you look at the betting odds, then City are edged Bayern Munich just a bit on favourability. I still think City are a difficult opposition for Bayern Munich. I think that it'll become City, Chelsea in the final, and I think Chelsea will win it.
Ooh.
I think it'll be one of those things, where that how many
Underdog.
teams win their first final?
Yeah.
Chelsea didn't win their first; they won their second.
And we all remember that first one.
It seems a bit.
I remember that first one.
You question whether Pep. Oh yeah, you do. 2008, Terry slipped.
It was theirs.
I think Chelsea. I think Chelsea will do it, and I think Liverpool will get past Real Madrid. So Liverpool-Chelsea semi-final, City, Bayern Munich semi-final. So 3 English teams out of 4.
We're in for a treat, aren't we?
So we're nearly in for 2 years ago where we had an all-English final in both competitions, in Europa League and in the Champions League. So it could happen again here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Who knows?
Hmm.
The one I want to talk about as well is Real Madrid Liverpool, because this is a chance for Liverpool to get revenge on Real Madrid after what happened in 2018. But I think Liverpool can do it. Real Madrid have not been great. I know Liverpool haven't been great either, but it just feels like a Liverpool win, this one.
Well, and Klopp's got to get it spot on, and there are certain weaknesses that really do need to be exploited in that Real Madrid team, depending on who's back. If it's Ramos, Varane, whatever. If Casemiro will be back as well, he wasn't there for the Atalanta game the other night. It's not going to be easy. It's never easy to beat Real Madrid in the way they play. It's just that it's hard to lose against. It's harder to lose against Real Madrid than to say, for instance, Man City. I think Real Madrid will be a stiff opponent for Liverpool, considering how well organised they are at the back. But I think that if Liverpool are playing their current system where they have Salah and Jota really down the centre, then it's not going to work. They have to really try and spread it out and get the best of Mendy and Lucas on those wide positions, because they're really poor defenders.
So Stuttgart and Bayern Munich are back out on the pitch. There's been a few substitutions which we'll go through in a minute. Let's quickly check out that Europa League draw from yesterday, because as a United fan I don't think I could have asked for a better draw, because I really wanted Granada TV, and I joked about it when watching it with my dad, and it worked out as a plan. So here it is. Let me just we'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll just get the match clock ready for the second half. And here we go then. So second half underway, and of course Stuttgart just playing for pride now at 4-0 down. Let's go back to that draw. Let me just get the stats page back up. There we go. So here we go then. Granada TV versus Manchester United. Arsenal versus Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague love playing a team in the UK at the moment. They knocked out Leicester City, and then they knocked out Rangers the other night. Ajax versus AS Roma, which that one I'm quite excited about. I mean, AS Roma.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Roma really are quite weird.
Yes, this is the thing. In a weird way, I said before the draw I don't want Roma, and I feel that's Ajax or Arsenal. I'd have been happy with them to have gotten, or Villarreal, but here we are. And Dinamo Zagreb, who somehow beat Spurs the other night, an incredible comeback in extra time. They're up against Villarreal, so I don't know why I said, but I just think that this could be all set up for an Arsenal United final.
I'm gonna disagree.
Ugh.
I think Arsenal will be knocked out by Unai Emery.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's set up, yeah, because they'll play them in the set.
And I think, okay, to come back to what I was saying before, I've got money that Villarreal will win. They just look so comfortable in this. It's just typical Emery. European competitions were made for him, the way he just adapts to the opposition, because he has got no real philosophy in football.
And he's won the Europa League so many times.
Exactly, and that's why, because he is so good at adapting to opposition tactics. When you play for Arsenal, and then when you manage Arsenal, I think a lot of people just expect Arsenal to bring their game to you no matter what. Whereas he's not that kind of manager. The same for PSG, he's not that kind of manager. So I think, yeah, I think he set himself up well to win this.
Interesting. This is the thing, because I was excited about the draw when we got Granada, but when I do look at the likes of Arsenal, Villarreal and Roma, those for me as a United fan feel like our most threats.
But they haven't had a real scare yet, Villarreal, and I think every team in this, except for maybe, well, no, not even United, I think every team has had somewhat a bit of an icky tie so far in Europa League in this knockout stage. Villarreal have looked comfortable. For me, they've looked comfortable in this competition, and that's why I think they're one of the favourites, because I think Unai Emery just knows how to win this competition.
Yeah.
I think he'll go in record books for the most amount of Europa League wins as a manager.
Slavia Prague up against Arsenal. Can you imagine, Seb, if Prague did it again against another UK-based team? That'd be some run for them, wouldn't it?
Did you say Prague?
Yes.
Prague. Did you say they knocked out Tottenham?
No. I'm on about the fact that they knocked out Rangers and Leicester.
Well, Leicester, yeah, but they didn't knock out. They knocked out Rangers, yeah. But it was what they were down to 9 men. Rangers.
Yeah,
It
true.
seemed a bit. It was a bit
And
routine in
there's
the
some
end.
racism going on apparently, according to Stephen Gerrard.
Which,
So, I mean, I'm not saying he's right,
not
but
good.
it doesn't. He wouldn't just come out with that. That's for sure. So,
If the allegations are true, then, and I don't want to jump to any sort of conclusions, but that should be an exclusion of the competition. They should no longer be allowed to participate.
completely agree. Completely agree. Here comes Stuttgart. The ball comes into the box. But United. Do you think United have a chance to win the Europa League, or do you fear for Solskjaer it could be another semi-final dropout? That's my main fear, because
You have to fear that, because they're going up against either Roma or Ajax, who are no mean pushovers. Let's just say.
No, absolutely.
I think they might struggle, but two legs. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't like United's chances. I just don't.
Dear. Well, I hope you're wrong. Anyway, to be honest, we'll see. This Europa League, the one thing I've learned as a United fan with the Europa League over the last few years, especially last year, is to just not underestimate the tournament, because there's a reason why your team is in it, and that's why you've got other teams who are on the same level as your team, or even higher. So it is
Look what
interesting.
Zagreb did to Tottenham.
Yeah. And everyone thought Zagreb would be a pushover in that tie. So the passion, and they looked up for it, didn't they, in that second leg? From what I saw in the highlights,
yeah, they were so up for it.
It's fantastic.
I didn't see all the game, no, but yeah, they deserved it. And I think it was more interesting what Mourinho said at the end of the match, when he says, "You see players who wanted it, the players who wanted it, or the players who went through." And it's like, whoa.
I mean, well said.
Well, no, but when's he going to take the blame? When is he going to say, this is my fault? Because this can't keep going on.
But
this is reminiscent of what happened at United. This is
I
not
just
my
think he's
fault.
done.
Well, it is to some point.
I just think he's done. I mean, I've said it.
19 million euros a year.
Yeah.
He's got another 2 years at the end of this year. Do you think Daniel Levy is seriously going to put 40 million down and say, thank you, but goodbye? I doubt
Not
it.
during this pandemic. I'd be very
Exactly.
surprised. And they've got
That's the
to
point.
sort out Bale's wage, which is, making sure that no other staff exists because of Gareth Bale. They got to pay for his golf clubs, the PGA Tour entry. That's not cheap, Seb.
Oh, it's not, is it? It's really...
Got to get your sponsors in.
Keep running.
Get UPS on the go. They like to sponsor golf players. Luke Tanner says Liverpool will win number 7. And of course he means the
Luke.
Champions League.
Okay, Luke. Okay. Luke.
I like your passion and belief there, Luke. Our mutual friend Joe Stanley's the same. But hey, that's the thing. You've got to support your team even when it doesn't look likely. Who knows? The Champions League has caused some upsets in the past. Who knows? Anyway, here come Bayern Munich, and it's just gone way wide over the crossbar, and that was Sule there, and he's just looked towards Lewandowski, and he went, I'll leave it for you next time, mate. I'm not going to do that again. Again, he's dribbling fantastically, though, in a weird way.
He just seems too tall to do it.
He
just
does.
seems too tall and big, and yet he does it. I remember in that Champions League game, I think it was against Lazio, I can't remember, where he, right back, brilliant. Just glides across the pitch, that big block that he is.
Oh, I've had to change my clock because it didn't stay tuned on it. That's a shame, but I've got it back with the game time now. Oh, it's in the box for Stuttgart. And now cleared away. If you haven't already, folks, do subscribe to the channel. We'd love to get to 430 subscribers today. 3 subscribers off at the moment.
Ooh, just had a shot there. Right at Neuer. Simple.
I mean, what a season for Stuttgart, regardless of this result. I mean, the fact that they're going to get... Well, it looks as though they'll get top 10 in their first season back from Bundesliga 2. In a way, it feels like they're back where they should be, where they belong, Seb.
I guess, yeah. And, are you sure? Yeah. It was always a shame to see Stuttgart drop out the division.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a positive comeback, and there's actually a decent prospect for them. Reasonably young team. They've got some good players. They're not exactly going to sell them, and the project looked good. And I don't know if you remember, I can't remember his name. Is it Thomas Hitzberger?
Yes, I think it
Who
was. Yeah, he's part of the management.
Directors board. Yeah, he's in the directors board. Yeah. So they've done it all well at the moment.
I think he's actually one of the very first players to come out as gay, Hitzelsberger. So he's not had it easy, but a lot of credit for him. He was actually, when you see Dom later, Seb, Hitzelsberger is one of Dom's favourite players, especially when he was at West Ham.
Player.
And was he Chelsea as well? Or
Know.
Or am I just thinking only Hoof was the German?
I don't know, honestly, Jimmy. You're asking the wrong person.
You know what? You know what? I'll never rely on you again. I'm going to go and Google it myself.
But I'm watching the Bologna game in Crotone, and it was 2-0 to Crotone. Now it's 3-2 to Bologna, and Palacios come off, and he's got the worst haircut ever. He's basically shaved it all off except for this one. How do we call it in English? Rat's tail, but that comes from right at the top of his head. Awful haircut.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Oh, handball.
For Boateng.
Yeah. I mean, it's straight at him.
Second yellow. Okay.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, he's got a yellow already.
Oh, that could be that. That could go straight at him. He puts his arm at that.
They couldn't go down to 9 men.
Oh wait, no. It's the one that's held on his chest that hits the ball. Yeah, I still don't get how Boateng earns a living.
You heard it here
sorry,
first.
that was quite severe, but I will stand by it.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Infuriating.
Well, Stuttgart have a free kick and it's struck to the Bayern wall. It doesn't get past there. I'm looking at Hitzelsberger's Wikipedia career, which is he started out at that was Aston Villa. I don't know why I thought it was Chelsea. He was at Villa for 4 years. He was on loan to Chesterfield for 5 games in 2001. He played for Stuttgart between 2005 and 2010, so that's where his link-up is.
He retired, isn't he?
What's that, sorry?
Did he retire at Stuttgart?
No, he retired at Everton. Yeah, which
yeah.
I didn't even know that. He played 7 games and he retired in 2013. I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah. Completely forgot about that.
That's intriguing. He played for Lazio for 6 games. He only played 11 games for West Ham, even though Dom praises him quite a lot. Wolfsburg for 6 games. Maybe I'm just slandering Dom right now.
This is an indictment of Dom's judgment, that's it.
Oh dear. Here comes Stuttgart. And it's gone a few yards backwards. Now I'm hoping there isn't a goal, Seb, because I need the toilet. I'll leave you to it for a moment, so hopefully I don't miss a goal, but I must go to the toilet.
I don't have to keep an eye on it because I was just preparing for afterwards. Go ahead. And now Goretzka gets high-fived by Gnabry for fouling someone. Was it Gonzalez that he fouled? Looks like it. He looks like it. You know, your foul player, well done. It's going to be Castro to take it. Castro currently wearing the captain's armband. So yeah, Castro is also formerly of Dortmund and Leverkusen. Ball comes in and Neuer grabs it. Awkward, but he's got a hold of it. Now he looks to break away quite quickly. Dealt with by Stuttgart. Looking to release Gnabry, but never looked likely. Now Stuttgart is getting back into the game quite slowly, despite being 4-0 down and a 1-man up. But you never know with Bayern Munich, they're always quite surprising. Never going to concede 4 goals. It looks like Coman getting ready to come on. Who for though? Stuttgart still in possession. Looking to get in the box, but Bayern are being quite tight. Not letting anything past now. And despite being down to 10 men, you wouldn't notice. Maybe we'll see it near the end of the game. Maybe fatigue from Bayern. They should be technically. And that looks like a foul given away by Bayern. No, Sané goes on with it. And he looks to break. He gets it to Pavard. Pavard's got space to cross into, and it's an awful cross from Pavard.
Ah, splendid, I didn't miss the goal.
But you missed the cross from Pavard.
Why was it shit?
It went to no one. Oh, and it's 1 against 1 for Stuttgart all of a sudden. And Boateng defended brilliantly. Okay, that's brilliant defending from Boateng. Credit where it's due. I don't know who it was who broke away. Was it Koulibaly or Kazak?
Yep. Nabry's gone off for Coman.
Pax check saying great commentary. I appreciate that. Thank you.
The new John Motson over there.
Jamie, you know. So Coman's coming on. Gnabry off. Is that a silent J? I want to think it is. Gnabry.
Sorry, say that again.
You know, Gnabry.
Yeah, I always say
Can't be
Gnabry.
pronounced. Yeah.
I'm not really sure. I mean,
perplexed by that.
we could send him. I mean, I did get a letter from Bayern Munich to say I could have some signatures, so I can always put it in my letter to ask how you pronounce it.
If you can write down the phonetics.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, Stuttgart. That's now Castro's got a yellow card.
Of course, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Paxic, I think we've had. Have you watched our watch-alongs before? I'm trying to remember because I recognise the username.
It's getting hard to remember some of them. We apologise.
I know, yeah, we're getting too big here, Seb.
Oh, careful now, careful.
Only
He's
kidding.
only getting big for his boots now.
Only kidding. We'll be too big if we reach 430 subscribers today.
Won't be able to handle it.
Won't be able to handle it.
Jamie will be showing off to everyone.
And you don't want to know what that
That'll
kind of showing
be
off
a
would
pickup
be.
line. Do you want to guess who got 430 subscribers? So yeah, no danger from Bayern Munich. Muller tried getting on ahead of there, but it was one of those weird free kicks where it's very straight down the middle. How do you get a header onto that? How do you get any power onto it? You can't.
Yeah. They don't think about it, do they?
Sané has a shot, but easily dealt with by Koba.
Oh.
So obviously we've got to talk about Koba because yet again, a Swiss goalkeeper. Seems like we're just all over the place.
Who would be the Switzerland #1 these days?
Sommer.
Still?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, you think hits in a?
No.
Berkey taking over
I'm
him?
thinking
I
this
mean-
one that you've just mentioned.
No, not as far as I know. But he's still young. He's 23, so he's only just turned 23, so he's still got time. He plays for the under-21s.
Oh, it should have been 5. Lewandowski's hit over the crossbar. Oh, he didn't have anyone on him either, really. He should have made it 5-0. It was a crossing from the right wing, and he kicked it over the target. And make the most out of that, Stuttgart, because he won't miss that again.
Sané did really well to release Pavard.
He
so
did.
Kind of just muscles the
Into
Stuttgart
the transfer
player,
market, when you say released.
Yeah.
We hope.
outside the foot pass, Pavard's got acres to run into, and then just on the ground past Lewandowski's on his own in the middle, and I think he hits it against his other foot, the ball.
Ooh.
So a bit of a shame.
Still got to have a corner. Of course, international break this week. Normally, I'm not so fussed about the international break, but it'd be nice to see how England do with this squad that Southgate has named, and kind of a preview for the Euros, isn't it? Some of these games, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm a bit perplexed by the squad itself. I don't understand what Cody has done to get in that side.
No, it's ridiculous, mate. I don't get it.
I am baffled, and I still don't understand Mings. I
No.
don't understand Mings, what he does. I think
I'm
Constance the better defender in that Aston Villa side. And then, even so, I think one of the best defenders in England, if you take away John Stones, I think the best English defender this season has been Michael Keane. So what has he done wrong? And
Yeah.
even so, you've put Godfrey in there. You could have even put Dunk, for all I care, in there, Dunk or White. But Cody? Okay? Really?
Nah. And they've had a poor
It
season,
doesn't
Wolves.
work. Well, yeah, they've conceded more than Brighton, which
Yeah.
ever more enhances my point. And I know people will say Dunk, yeah, he's not been great this season. I'll admit that as well, but I think Cody's been woeful.
I mean, I was at Wolves. I was at Wolves on Monday night, and I just thought they were crap. I don't think
they
Liverpool
are.
were much better either, to be honest. But Wolves
No,
this
but
season have been
everyone's talking
poor.
about how Hal Jimenez is
Yeah.
missing from that squad.
Yeah.
Agreed. But they're so bad defensively.
I mean, fingers crossed when Jimenez does come back out onto the pitch, we do see that talent we have of him up front again. Sadly, though, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but there are some injuries that happen to footballers, and they're just not the same.
They've conceded as many goals as Fulham this season.
That is bad.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people see in Cody. I do see. Okay, I do get what people saw in Cody, but this isn't the same player now this season. Definitely not.
No.
And I don't think he should be anywhere near the England squad. I think Conser, I think White, I think Dunk.
Straight at Neuer.
Ooh. I think Conser, Dunk, White, Keane, Godfrey, even Holgate has a shoe-in more than Cody. Yeah, Neuer's had an easy afternoon. And when Stuttgart have troubled them or asked questions, I think Boateng's actually been really good. I mean, I criticise Boateng, but he's actually been very good in this game. Considering this is more of a makeshift back line after the red card, because the red card came within about 10 minutes.
I'm just going through the score lines now on our stream, and unless Seb's already mentioned it, but FC Cologne are 2-1 up against Dortmund. So that's a big win for Cologne if they can hold on to that. Let's not forget they went to Mönchengladbach a few weeks ago, and they were pretty chuffed about that win as well. Frankfurt 4, Union Berlin 2, which hasn't really changed since half-time. That was the score at half-time. And is that all the games? I don't. Where's my? It's disappeared. Ha! The W Green Derby is not up on my scores. There it is. It's now reappeared.
2-1 to Wolfsburg.
It's 2-1 to Wolfsburg, so it hasn't changed there since half-time. But that was a bit weird. It just disappeared. I think we're trying to get it a big derby here, but they're not listening to Seb.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So the top 4 goal scorers in this division scores days. So we've got Andre Silva, Haaland, Lewandowski, and now Weghorst. So all in the same hour-and-a-half period, which I'm quite chuffed about. Or in the same half, to be for that matter. All of them scored in the first half day. That was played at the same time. I'm chuffed about that.
I forgot the clock. The clock's doing it again. Hang on. Let me get it to... my screen is blurry, so I can't see the clock. What have you got it on?
It's about 45 minutes.
No, I mean on your match.
Oh, sorry, 67:40.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that, folks. Let me I think it's because there we go. It's because I had the tick under restart playback when source becomes active. There we go. Oh, it's done it again! It's 60.
Ain't that hard.
What's the clock again? I forgot.
68:15.
Thank you. It's really blurry on my screen today, as in my phone screen with the stream.
Oh, Jamie.
Oh no. There we go, folks. Sorry about that. Of course, do join us later on tonight because we're going to do our first ever rugby watch along of the Six Nations between Wales and France. And well, basically, if Wales win, they will seal the deal with a Grand Slam, which obviously means beating all their opponents in the Six Nations. All 5 of them: Italy, England, Scotland, Ireland, and France. But France have been a good team this year. Can they spoil the party? And they've still got to play Scotland in a game in hand because, of course, the match got postponed a few weeks ago due to COVID. So do join me for that. The game kicks off at 8 o'clock and we'll be live 5 minutes before the kickoff at 5 to 8.
I know you're on your own for that one.
I am, yeah. We're trying out different sports. We're hoping to do. We're planning to do the F1 next weekend, a week on Sunday. For the Bahrain Grand Prix, the first race of the season. That'll be with Jack Price and hopefully Dom and Harry Wright. And Lewandowski's coming off, Seb. What a game for him.
Yeah, hat-trick. Can't say any more about that.
No, you can't, and I don't want you to. We've praised him enough today.
Plan on doing so.
And now we hope to get a quadruple from Choupo-Moting as he comes on.
Talk about stealing some thunder, eh?
I reckon I'm Michael Scott, where I just steal anyone's thunder when there's a speech, but instead I say the speech, and it was supposed to be somebody else.
That's not cool, Jamie.
No, it's not cool at all. I think I need therapy. This is the second time we've mentioned this.
Okay, so I want to go to the stats. Lewandowski scored 3 goals. That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay. So pass completion, 17 out of 25 attempted, which is 68%. That's quite low. Long balls, 3 attempted, 1 successful. Dribbles attempted, none. Ground duels 1, 2 out of a possible 8 attempted. Not attempted any aerial duels and lost possession 12 times. So the stats say that he wasn't as good as outside the 3 goals. He wasn't that good, but that's Lewandowski. And I'm jumping the barrel a bit, aren't I, by saying he wasn't good when that's complete bullshit. He was terrific. He scored the 3 goals.
Brilliant. Thanks to Dara O'Grady, who actually subscribed to the channel. I've only just had the notification come in now, but yeah, fantastic. So thank you. I kept thinking you had been before, Dara, so...
He keeps doing it so that we keep seeing the notification and he's like, just waiting to be called out. Standing now down on the wing. Is he going to do something?
Oh, just over the
shot.
bar. Oh,
what a shot.
I do like seeing him play like that. It is very good to watch.
You can't hate it, can you?
No. It can be a bit predictable for a defender, but if you can't keep up with them, you're in trouble.
I don't mean this in the bad way, but Robin was one of the most predictable players ever.
Yeah, oh yeah, but he was so good at it.
Stopping it is different.
Stopping it is, is
a different matter.
Absolutely, completely agree. It was the fact that he did against the big teams as well. He did against Barcelona, that famous goal at the Nou Camp, we'll remember. Did that one against Arsenal.
Completely against United that one time, I can't remember when it was.
Oh, the bloody volley from a corner. Such a, I mean, don't get me wrong, great goal, but it's just frustrating to see it go across everyone and it goes to him. We would have won that game if it wasn't for that, because we played very well in that game.
I think like that, is it, Jamie?
Can't believe Fergie lost to that dickhead of a manager. Who was actually who came to United afterwards. Louis Van Gaal.
Was that era?
Yeah, that was Van Gaal's team. Louis Van Gaal's Red Army. Hey.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, here's Soule again. on the halfway line. He passes it this time and doesn't go all the way. Thank goodness, says Hansi Flick. About 17 minutes to go. RB Leipzig fans, and I'm sure Nagelsmann and all that have probably had enough watching this game now, knowing that they'll be 4 points behind going into the international break. Nagelsmann, I'm sure, will be watching anyway ahead of this fixture in a couple of weeks' time.
Yep.
On April the 3rd. Seb, will you be there for it? I'm sure you will be.
I hope I am. I mean, for all I know, I might die in between.
You could get COVID.
Set in stone. Well,
I could get hit by a bus.
I could. COVID. If I get COVID, I mean, I'll just stay here, so I'll be there. Yes.
So yeah, we're looking forward to that one, folks. So if you enjoy your German football, do subscribe if you haven't already. We do quite as much as German football as we can, and we haven't done it yet, but there's the international break this week, and I reckon we might do Wales-Belgium on Wednesday. That'll be a good game to watch. I think or was it Thursday, that game? I haven't really checked. The international fixtures are so hard to remember because there's so many going on across the day. Oh, here's Sane. Oh, he doesn't shoot. It goes back to him though. If he gets to the end of it, oh, Stuttgart. Header on goal. Goalkeeper stretches out and picks it up. Choupo-Moting and Sane there with the link-up play going into the box, but it's Stuttgart who didn't have to worry too much at the end. I think Bayern would love to end the game with 5 goals just so that I could say a 5-star performance for Bayern Munich. Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Not from Davies.
I can imagine someone would say that was a 6-star performance today. Who says that? It's happening.
Now Bayern are sitting back like as if they are playing with 10 men.
Yeah, yeah. It's still incredible though. They just come up with 4 goals like that.
In quick succession, yeah.
Yeah.
Boateng again with the tackle, the key tackle. And I think he's been really good today.
Who, Boateng?
Yeah. Despite
everything you said, and I've got it on tape.
Despite everything I said. It's on this stream.
All right, Mr. Cassette tapes don't exist anymore.
What?
No, nothing. There's been a sub for Stuttgart, a couple of subs.
Castro coming off. Yeah, because he got the yellow card, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
He was probably pushing his luck.
Oh, this could be 5, surely. Sonny goes down. No, referee says play on, I think. Yeah, he does. Sonny. Don't know why he didn't pass it, or would it have been offside? My screen's a bit blurry, so I'd imagine that was Choupo-Moting nearby.
It was Choupo-Moting, yeah. Maybe that's why he didn't pass it. I do get the feeling that football players do that. The purposes don't pass it.
I feel like that with United with Daniel James on the right. I've noticed there's been obvious times to pass it to him, but then like Fernandes wouldn't, and instead he looks across the other way. And it does. I mean, of course, I might be wrong, but it does feel like that as a spectator.
Yeah, I think less so now. I think James is starting to get back into that team, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, but yeah, clearly sometimes when he was away on goal, they wouldn't pass it to him.
No. I like James, but he's one of those where he's just got no backbone or anything like that. There's no muscle, so it's easy to. He can run, but that's it. In all fairness to him, he did a great cross to Pogba's head the other day against Milan. But yeah, that was his best moment.
He is left-footed without actually being good at using his left foot.
Oh, Gretzka's. He's not injured, is he?
He doesn't look in a good state, let's just say.
Of course, Bayern have got the win, but they don't want to have one or two players injured. Of course, let's not forget. I mean, let's not forget. Alphonso Davies won't be available for the Leipzig game.
No, and I guess he'll go for Lucas Hernandez in that position.
Yeah.
But you know, Flick might surprise us.
He might put Rackham Low in.
Yes.
Here come Bayern, looking for a 5th goal, and it's gone over the bar again. Choupo-Moting just showing why he is Lewandowski's number 2 by missing the target. It was, to be honest, he does well against the defender, but couldn't really get the aim right at all there. And he knows he could have done better, and that's a goal kick for Stuttgart. The sun is shining in Munich today.
But Choupo-Moting still has the gloves out.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I'll never understand the short sleeve and then the gloves.
I mentioned it the other week, and I got
You
some
did.
comments saying, have you ever played in snow? And I was like, yeah, I'm certain I have. Really I've played in snow that thick. I've played in the snow.
Should we put on our streams, you know, like they do it in the news, they say where the newsreader is, the studio. So like for me, I need to put Malpas, England. For you need to put Switzerland. So then everyone
People
can
get
ask.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see if there'd be actual like Swiss questions in then without even mentioning it.
Yeah, there might be.
Might not be a bad shout.
Might be, but I think people have got to know to be able to ask certain questions. They'll probably ask me about the Swiss league, and I have no knowledge on that. So
No, I don't follow it, to be honest. I would have thought you would have maybe had a feeling, but
not really.
nah.
Wrong person.
That's a shame because we were hoping to do the Swiss league watch-alongs.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
There was actually the Indian Super League has just finished, but there was one channel. There was this Indian guy doing watch-alongs, and he got thousands just for doing Indian Super League. And I was thinking I might give that a go, and then I found out it ended last week, and I was like, damn it, I'll have to wait.
Yeah, but then we'd have to stay up at silly hours to get.
Yeah, that's true.
Just watch it.
I might do Costa Rica, Mexico on Wednesday night. That's on at 8 o'clock, so that's a reasonable time for me. That's if I can actually find a stream for it.
Oh, so you're suggesting you might illegal it?
No, I'll just get a VPN and pay for Fox Sports. Yeah.
Honest, Jamie, I like it.
I mean, I'm just saying that because we're live, but yeah, you can't take me to court.
Technically, I can.
You could, but where'd that get you? You'd have one less guy to talk to on Zoom, that's for sure.
That's true. The guy I talk to the most.
Yep, that's true.
Just getting posts ready and all that. You know how it works, Jamie.
Yes, of course. Seb will be doing the. Ooh, what's that? Sorry, just had a notification that was a bit random. Seb will be doing the. Oh, sorry, Gretzky. I thought for a moment he hit the top corner of the net. I was like, oh, that would have been a great goal, but he missed the target.
Saving that somewhere.
And Javi Martinez is about to come on, but so yeah, Seb is doing the Everton game versus Man City game. Sorry, Everton versus Manchester City. Let me get it right. In the FA Cup this evening with Dom Ryder.
Yep.
And of course, Dom Ryder did his debut watch along with us last week for the West Ham game, and he said that Craig Dawson should maybe get looked into for the England squad, and then he scored an own goal, which I've saved.
Yeah, I'm also sorry that when I mentioned English centre-backs, I didn't mention Craig Dawson amongst them, who was more worthy than Conor Cody or Tyrone Mings, in my opinion.
I'm not a big fan of Mings.
I'm not either. I don't get it.
No.
Just reckless.
No. No,
Still remember that time in the Championship where he absolutely destroyed someone's face by treading on it.
I think I remember. I think I saw that on Sky Sports once as a flashback.
Oh, it's atrocious.
How old is he?
Tyron Mings.
Yeah.
Like I want to say 27, but like, he was born in '93, I think. So
Yeah.
guess 27. Let me just get up. He's 28. He's just turned 28.
Oh, I had a feeling that was going to come up.
Well, we try, don't we?
We don't know everything.
Well, no, we don't.
So Bayern Munich 4, Stuttgart 0. There's been no goals in this second half. It all happened in the first half. If you just joined us, it was Robert Lewandowski hat-trick. Normal day for him, and Gnabry getting the other goal as well. And here come Bayern Munich again. They're in the box. I think the last touch came off Coman, and to Stuttgart have got it outside the danger zone. And Stuttgart have it back in control in midfield. And really Stuttgart, the moment they were 2-3-0 down, it looked as though the game was already over. And the one thing I forgot to mention is that Bayern Munich have pretty much been playing this whole game, apart from the first 12 minutes in the game, of 10 men, because Alphonso Davies got a red card.
Are you sure that was the best sentence you've ever come up with, Jamie?
What did I say? I can't remember. I'm terrible.
No worries.
Welcome.
I just thought it was hilarious.
Neuer's
had a simple day as well.
He has, hasn't he? He's had nothing to worry about. He's had to do one or two catches, but that's it, really.
They've all come at him with shots.
Yeah. And he's just picked up a cross now, no problem. And I think he would be very frustrated if he didn't get a clean sheet after this game. And I remember the 7-1 win over Brazil in the World Cup, and Oscar got a goal on the 90th minute. And even though he knew he was going to the final with Germany, he looked so pissed off that went in.
I'm surprised, because he doesn't usually look pissed off when he's coming out of his goal, just erratically.
And there's a yellow card there for Stuttgart's number 4. I think it was a foul on Coman.
He's called Kempf, number 4.
Okay.
So not far from Kemp. I'm not going to go there.
He's
Yes, because I get into deep trouble.
He's with Ofcom.
If I speak, I get into trouble. And that looked like a really bad tackle on Coman.
Yeah, luckily he's been able to get himself back up, so he should be okay. Hansi Flick having the word with the 4th official to say thank you for making it look like the referees were not on my side today with that 10-man, you know. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that wasn't...
You still think he'll be the Germany manager, don't you?
I said this way before Jogi Löw said that he was stepping down. I said to you, he will go to as the Germany manager this summer, and Nagelsmann will take over at Bayern Munich. Now that Jogi Löw is stepping down this summer, Flick is the favourite new manager, and I think he will be the manager of the German national team. I think Nagelsmann will take over at Bayern Munich. And
Flick, of course, was a coach under Joachim Löw for Germany and won the World Cup with him.
Yeah, he's got a World Cup medal, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. Flick has he was at least in the Germany coaching team for 6 years, because he was with him at Euro 2008, I remember, and World Cup 2010. But I don't know if he went beyond World Cup 2014. I can't remember.
It was 2018. Flick was a part of that squad still.
Oh, so he was
still part of the German national team until 2018, if I'm not wrong.
So he was there for 12 years, 10 years.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it might be the case. Let me just check. On a 2014, no, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's nothing in there in 2019. Yeah, so still got a World Cup now.
I was gonna ask Sebastian True for man of the match at the end of the game, but I think I'm gonna ask him now just to get the confirmation.
Come on, it's Lewandowski.
Oh, that one, not so promoting.
68. I like Gnabry as well. Gnabry was really quite
good game
But
for
then in
him.
the second half was a bit quieter. But yeah, I thought he was good as well. Yeah. And the fastest player, not surprising, Armin Jituka, I think it is, nearly 35 kilometers an hour. That's fast. That's very fast.
That is very fast.
No Kevin Lasagna.
No, and you do make me
Kevin
want to have a
lasagna.
lasagna now. I do like a lasagna. I think they say cats do as well, like Garfield, but Audrey's never had a lasagna. Or the Let's Talk Sport cat.
Let's Talk Sport cat. Yeah, he's on it more often than I am.
She.
Sorry.
Don't worry, she
Misgender.
didn't hear that. She's asleep. Yeah, actually, Seb, you did the most appearances of watch-alongs, which I really like the idea of. And as always, I'm top.
I still haven't updated it since Wednesday. Oh yeah, you're top. You're quite a way top. Oh,
But it wouldn't look good if I wasn't top, though, would it?
I guess not.
Yeah.
I guess not. But still, you got to put in the time to get the praise, haven't you?
But I love the fact that Audrey hasn't been on the list yet. I think she might need one.
Sorry.
Oh, but no, I quite like that idea.
Yeah, I haven't updated it since I sent it to you, so
Oh dear.
yeah, unfortunate. You were top with 43. I was second.
Well, I did, for the first time since we've started doing the watch-alongs, I did 3 nights in a row this week.
Oh yeah. And I'm second with 32, so we're adding one to ourselves now. And third is Joe Stanley with 19.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Don will have his second though. Oh, and it's full time. They haven't even given it added time. That's how badly it's been for Stuttgart today. And there we go then. So that is the end of the game.
Because there have been injuries. There have been injuries and substitutions. So
surely that is just down to the referee going, what's the point?
yeah.
Common sense, I guess.
Expected goals is 1.8 for Bayern Munich. 0.7 for Stuttgart. Doesn't Neuer always run off the pitch like as if he's got some sort of water pouring over his head, his arms back and his head back?
Well, so there we have it then. At full time at the Allianz Arena, it's Bayern Munich who win yet again, and they win 4-0, and that means they go 4 points clear at the top of the Bundesliga table after RB Leipzig won away at Bielefeld last night, thanks to Sabitzer with the only goal of the game. But Stuttgart, 12 minutes in, Alphonso Davies was sent off for a late studded challenge. And of course Bayern Munich was still goalless with Stuttgart at the time, and Stuttgart started off very well. They looked a lot more dangerous, but actually it seemed as though it was the greatest thing that ever happened to Bayern Munich that Davies got sent off. And that they
probably
in a weird way, and just the fact that because that happened, Bayern Munich go and score 4 goals in the first half, a hat-trick from Lewandowski and a goal for Gnabry as well. And then that was it, really. The second half was very uneventful. We were maybe hoping to see another goal, but we didn't. And that means Bayern Munich are top of the league for when they head to... Is it at RB Leipzig or is it at Bayern? I think it's at RB Leipzig, isn't it, the fixture?
I think it is, yeah.
April the 3rd, 5:30 kickoff. We'll be doing a watch-along on the Let's Talk Sport YouTube channel for that. Seb, your thoughts on the game? Because really, Bayern Munich, I think second half it was to just maybe not go over the top because you don't want injuries, you don't want to mess it up now when it's already your 3 points.
Don't take any risks, yeah. So it was a bit boring second half, and I half watched it. But yeah, the job was done. The job was done, so what was the point in trying anymore?
It's such a shame.
Especially when
we only had one half.
So, yeah, it's a shame.
It's a shame it was only. It's a shame the game wasn't just 45 minutes. But we can't get everything we wish for. That is for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so as a reminder, hat-trick from Lewandowski, and that means Bayern Munich are top of the league. Let's just quickly go on our stats page. Ooh. Might have to get a sound effect every time we switch page. Ooh. Yeah. Brilliant. That's if it goes swipe across.
Oh yes, yes.
So let's look at the other latest scores as they're about to come in now for full time in the Bundesliga. The W Green Derby, which is just in my head now, thank you Seb. Wolfsburg are 2-1 up in that one. Josh Sargent with an own goal for Werder Bremen, that gave Wolfsburg the lead, and then they doubled the lead on the 42nd minute from Weghorst, and then Kevin Marold just before half time got a goal back for Werder Bremen. But sadly for Werder Bremen, it looks as though that game's about to finish and they will lose that game, so no goals in the second half in that one. And Dortmund have got a goal back, and look who scored on the last minute. Erling Haaland again to save them a point for the Bundesliga table. 2-2 at FC Cologne. And
to put him second in the scoring, because he now has 21 goals like Andre Silva and also has 4 assists, the same as Silva.
Do you think someone told him?
someone must have told him, yeah, exactly.
Surely that gets them hungry to score more goals, as as being a goal behind. But Frankfurt 5, Union Berlin 2. As mentioned by Seb, Andre Silva's got a brace. Robert Andrik has got a own goal for Union Berlin. That's not helpful. Filip Kostic gets a goal. And just before it reaches the end of the game, on the 92nd minute, Timothy Chandler getting the 5th goal for Frankfurt. So that was a 5-star performance from Frankfurt. I'm sorry, Seb.
Not to say it. Can we just mention Wolfsburg, who have lost only 3 games in the league this season?
Yeah!
Bayern Munich, Dortmund, and the other one against Hoffenheim. So they've had a really good season.
And I've got the table up here now, Seb, on our stat screen, which you're right. Frankfurt have got 3 defeats as well. So do RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich. So
yeah,
it's an interesting one.
But Glasner is doing a really good job there, and still reasonably young manager. I mean, it's not young in German standards because Nagelsmann has completely broke the idea of having a young manager. But since coming to Wolfsburg, it's starting to get a nice project going there since 2019. So I really like what he's doing.
So good season for the one half of the W Green Derby team, while Werder Bremen are 12th if they do lose that game in a few seconds' time. There it is. There's the top of the league before they play each other in a couple of weeks' time. Bayern Munich 4 points clear of Leipzig. Wolfsburg going to 3rd with their win. Frankfurt will now still be 4 points behind Wolfsburg, so nothing really changes there. And Dortmund, with that draw, do end up 4 points behind Frankfurt in that battle for the Champions League spot. And time is running out, so they've got to get themselves going, Dortmund, and not afford any more slip-ups. Bayer Leverkusen play tomorrow, and if they get a win, they could, they'll at least be joint 5th with Dortmund, and their goal difference is 2 goals behind of Dortmund in the league at the moment.
Been recently?
Who, Leverkusen?
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Mönchengladbach have been worse because they have been.
Mönchengladbach have been terrible.
Recently, they lost to Arminia Bielefeld last week, and they lost to Freiburg the other weekend. Then the way they lost to Young Boys in the Europa League, that was just bad. So Bosch is under some pressure, I think, and if things don't pick up, say for instance for Mönchengladbach, for Bayer Leverkusen, is there going to be some sort of merry-go-round in the Bundesliga with managers? Especially the fact that Flick, I think, will go. Nagelsmann will go to Bayern Munich, in my opinion. If this continues like that, Bosch is in deep trouble with Bayer Leverkusen by the summer. I'm saying that quite emphatically, exaggerated. But then Mönchengladbach will have to look for a manager as well.
Yeah, and they don't have one yet.
Our team's going to seriously start coming in for Oliver Glasner of Wolfsburg, or are they going to start looking at other leagues like in Switzerland? I don't know. It's going to be quite interesting what's going to happen on the managerial merry-go-round this summer. They could also go for Hutter, who's at Frankfurt, so the Austrian managers might pimp all the German managers.
They're invading.
First place is German manager. Second place, German manager. 3rd and 4th, Austrian and Austrian. There we go.
Brilliant. So quickly mention that, Mönchengladbach, if they should beat Schalke tonight. They should do, no problem. And if they actually
if they don't,
he's gone.
He is. Let's be honest.
Mönchengladbach, they should win because they've just seen Dortmund draw and they can go 7 points behind Dortmund. If there's any chances of them pipping them, I can't see it happen though.
Okay, so if Mönchengladbach lose to Schalke tonight, and Hoffenheim beat Mainz, they're going against before last tomorrow, then even Hoffenheim, who are having a terrible season, could leapfrog Mönchengladbach, and Mönchengladbach would be 11th by the end of the weekend. That would be terrible, and I think
that
Rosa
would be bad.
Can't sustain that position. If it's already bitter, the fact he's going to Dortmund, but if he keeps losing, then yeah, it's going to look really bad.
It is going to look bad. So yeah, bottom of the table, Hertha Berlin in 16th. Mainz, same points on 21. I just have this feeling Mainz might stay up, but we'll see. Of course, Bielefeld lost yesterday to Leipzig, so that gives them a chance to try and take over with their game in hand tomorrow. And Schalke rock bottom, and they're just dreading the amount of games left, and they know pretty much that they are going to be a Bundesliga 2 team next year.
A key game coming up on the 3rd of the 4th. This is not the Bayern Munich Leipzig game. It's Mainz versus Arminia Bielefeld, which is a big game for that relegation spot. I mean, Arminia are two positions ahead, but they're only 1 point ahead of Mainz.
Only one, yeah.
Berlin caught in between them.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke Tanner has just got in touch before we wrap up. He says, when Rackhamlov leaves from the Germany job, do you think Hummels, Boateng and Muller will return?
Hummels, no chance.
No chance.
Absolutely no chance the way he's playing.
Muller, definitely.
Boateng and Muller definitely has to come back, because Germany lacking so much attacking impetus without him, and it's still stagnating with Werner and Havertz there. But yeah, Muller, yeah, I think he might skip on the Boateng one. I think he might skip, and Hummels, no one will agree for Hummels to come back into that team right now, the way he's playing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hummels is terrible, which, of course...
He started off the season okay, but it's become so disastrous, and a lot of the things you could say, God, why is Matt not doing a lot better on that cross? Why is he not doing a lot better defending in that position? He's been bad. He's been really bad this season.
Poor Hummels, what he once was. But I mean, of course, I did get asked by Dortmund earlier a few days ago, which Seb already knows. I'm allowed 4 free players, I can't remember, of signatures, and Hummels is definitely not on my list. Just putting it out there. Anyway.
I like that Hummels. He's still a legend.
World Cup winner.
Yeah, exactly. And was good in that World Cup.
Marco Reus, I definitely want. And obviously Haaland. I guess Sancho,
so you can put it on that little United shirt you've got there.
Get out. No, I'll save that for when he joins United. I'll get a signature there.
You're going to trace around it and then just put it on the shirt and then just scribble over the back so it comes off onto the shirt like it's a signed shirt.
You see, I wondered if that tracing paper would come to use. Seb, we've come to the end of our watch along. What have you learnt today?
Bayern don't get tired.
Yeah.
And
they'll win the Champions League. Yeah.
Goretzka can play in midfield on his own.
No problems either.
He can run the amount that 4 or 3 players run just on his own.
Fantastic. Seb, pleasure as always, my friend. Thank you very much for tonight, for today's watch along. But he'll be busy in a few minutes' time. Do join him and Dominic Ryder for the FA Cup game tonight of Everton versus Man City. The game kicks off 5:30 UK time, so do join Seb and Dom for that one. And then followed by that, I'll be back later for Wales versus France in the Six Nations. Will Wales get that Grand Slam? They have to beat France, and if they do, they get that Grand Slam. So, simple as that. Anyway, thanks to Seb, thanks to you lot at home. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And, of course, stay safe. See you later.